Yes, it's an all-star show in Gujarat today as top leaders of the BJP, Congress and AAP descended in Gujarat and hit the campaign trail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Congress leader Rahul Gandhi and AAP chief Arvind Kejriwal converged to throw their weight behind the party as they crisscrossed the state in a last-minute bid to sway voters. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed 4 rallies on a hectic campaign blitz where he targeted Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi, on his part, put a pause to his Bharat Jodo Yatra, heading to Gujarat for a last-ditch effort to garner support. Kejriwal's major poll promises in the state made it a 3-cornered fight ahead of the elections to the 182-member assembly, for which polling is scheduled for the 1st and 5th of December. In fact, let me go across to our reporters joining us here in the program. I have my colleagues Swarali joining me from Rajkot. We will also have Rishabh and Aishwarya join us from Surat and Ahmedabad. But first to you, Swarali, what was the day like? We've been talking about how the major poll blitzkrieg has now started in the state of Gujarat. Take us through the updates from Rajkot, where you are right now.
Yes, Afrida, so you have rightly pointed out that all 3 major leaders from the respective parties, maybe BJP, Congress or AAP, are, campaigning for the Gujarat elections strongly, and PM Narendra Modi has conducted strong rallies. On the other hand, also Kejriwal is reaching out to people. Rahul Gandhi also came here in Gujarat and in Rajkot specifically, and he addressed a huge rally which took place. Now, we have been talking throughout the day with the people here in Gujarat. It's basically a business community. Oil engines, auto parts are produced here, and on the other hand, it's known for its gold market. We were talking about their priorities and their preferences for this coming election. They have raised certain issues, maybe on GST or import duties, but they strongly are saying that they are going to vote for BJP. Now, let me tell you, 2 major CMs have won from this Rajkot's Pashchim seat, that is a west seat. When Narendra Modi became CM, for the first time, he won his elections from the city of Rajkot. Post that, Vijay Rupani also won elections from the city of Rajkot. It's known to be a bastion of Gujarat, bastion of BJP in Gujarat. As at national level, we look at Gujarat as BJP's bastion. If we look at the state level politics, Rajkot is a prominent stronghold of BJP. Now, if we talk about the other seats, there are total 8 Vidhan Sabha seats from Rajkot, and majorly 4 in the urban area and 3 to 4 others in the rural side. Now, in rural area, Congress still has a hold, and that's how
just without delay, make our viewers listen in to what Rahul Gandhi and other leaders had to say during the campaign trail. Let's listen in to Rahul Gandhi and Prime Minister Modi on their addresses, during their addresses in Gujarat. Let's listen in to what they had to say.
बीजेपी के लोग आपको आदिवासी नहीं कहते, क्या कहते हैं आपको? वनवासी। वनवासी। वो आपको ये नहीं कहते कि आप हिंदुस्तान के पहले मालिक हो, वो आपको कहते हैं आप जंगल में रहते हो।
કે જેમને ભારતની જનતાએ પદ પરથી હટાવી દીધા છે, એવા લોકો પદ માટે યાત્રા કરી રહ્યા છે, પરંતુ જેમણે ગુજરાતને તરસ્યું રાખ્યું, જેમણે ગુજરાતમાં મા નર્મદાને આવતી રોકવા માટે 40 વર્ષ સુધી કોર્ટ કચેરીઓ કરી, એવા નર્મદા વિરોધીઓના ખભે હાથ મૂકીને પદ માટે યાત્રા કરવા વાળાઓ, આ ગુજરાતની જનતા તમને સજા કરવાની છે, સજા.
Interesting what you just heard, the Prime Minister bringing up the fact that Rahul Gandhi has joined hands with Medha Patkar, who was protesting against the river Narmada's flow into Gujarat, according to the Prime Minister. Now, Rahul has decided to come into Gujarat, but he has joined hands with those protesters during the Narmada protest rally. So we are going to talk about all of this with our experts and analysts. But before that, Rishabh is in Surat. My colleague Rishabh joining us. Yes, Rishabh, tell us more about Rahul's rally in Surat, the important points that were made by the top leaders during the poll campaign today.
Well, Afrida, if you see the Congress rally today, happens to be the first rally of Rahul Gandhi. Finally, he decided to come down to Gujarat and, do a canvassing for his party. Remember, he gave a miss to Himachal, complete miss. Zero rallies, zero appearance in Himachal. And finally, today we thought that since Rahul Gandhi is coming in, the tempo will be high, the momentum will begin for Congress party, at least on the seats where Rahul Gandhi holding public rallies. But that wasn't the case. Yes, Rahul Gandhi came in, people were very happy to see him, but the way the conversation happened from the dais here in Surat per se, it was more like an advertisement of Bharat Jodo Yatra than what Congress plans to do in Gujarat, or what Congress plan would be in Gujarat for that matter. Rahul Gandhi spoke about what he's doing in Bharat Jodo Yatra, how he's meeting people, what are the grievances that he's hearing, and how someone is coming to him, telling him about his plight during COVID pandemic or others, how everyone gets up in the morning, is enthusiastic about walking, meeting people. But Gujarat was not at the forefront of Rahul Gandhi's discussion. He did touch a few issues. For example, he did touch the Morbi issue in, for that matter, in Rajkot, where he said that, in 105 people died in Morbi, 47 out of them were kids, and no one has been arrested. Only 2 watchmen have been arrested. This is because the company and BJP has under the table relations. But overall, if you see, it wasn't an election pitch that Congress would be expecting from Rahul Gandhi. They wanted a higher tempo. They wanted
that
more.
Was missing for the longest time, isn't it, Rishabh? Only now Rahul has decided to pause Bharat Jodo and come into the poll fray. But all this while, it was a rather muted campaign when it comes to the Congress party. I want to welcome Dr. Shraddha Rajput, spokesperson of the Gujarat BJP, with us here on the program today. Also, Meeta Chakrabarti, spokesperson of the Congress party, and Shubh Malhotra, political analyst, also supports the AAP. Ajay Umad, group editor, Ahmedabad Mirror, and Nav Gujarat Samay. Thank you so much to all of you for joining us here on the program. I want to begin with you, Dr. Shraddha Rajput. Yes, I want to begin with Dr. Rajput. If the fact is, and I'll read out what Rahul Gandhi says, Adivasis are the first owners of India, but BJP calls them Vanvasis, whose land can be snatched by the BJP and given to 2-3 industrialists. They don't want Adivasis to live in cities, get access to education, health and employment. It's very clear that both the top leaders who are on the campaign trail, whether it's PM Modi or Rahul Gandhi, is vying for the tribal vote. Shraddha Rajput.
Ma'am, first of all, Rahul Gandhi ji has to remember that Bikaner land scam done by his own Jijaji, Robert Vadra ji. So he should not speak about any kind of land. Regarding the Bikaner land scam, it's the biggest scam done by Robert Vadra ji. And now what BJP has done for these tribal people. So there is a One Bandhu Kalyan Yojana done by at the time Chief Minister was Narendra Modi ji, and that Yojana is right now, it's coming on. So One Bandhu Kalyan Yojana has done so many good things for the tribal people, tribal area of Gujarat. We worked on that and we have completed our Adivasi Gaurav Yatra. Birsa Munda ji is the god for them. Then we have completed the Adivasi Gaurav Yatra. In that, we have given our report what we have done for the tribal pockets, what we have done for the water crisis, which is the main issue in the Gujarat. How we work on Sauni Yojana, Suflam Yojana, Narmada Canal Yojana. So our report card is there, and we are going door to door. We are showing our report card, what we have done, what our double engine Sarkar has done for the people of Gujarat, and by that we are asking for the vote. So Rahul Gandhi ji has to just show the entire data, and then he has to comment. Land scam already done by the Jijaji.
Congress, Dr. Shraddha Rajput had won 17 out of the 27 seats. reserved for people from scheduled tribes last time. So it is very clear that perhaps when it comes to this segment, there is a challenge for the BJP. I take the points that you made on what the BJP is pitching for in this election. If I may come to you, Mita Chakrabarti, Prime Minister Modi, if you paid attention to that statement, has very appropriately raked up Bharat Jodo Yatra, Rahul Gandhi joining hands with Medha Patkar, talking about how Gujaratis were deprived of Narmada waters, invoked his own lower caste and says they are the royal families, I am a sevak. So, again, the Prime Minister perhaps has managed to strike the right chord when it comes to the tribal vote bank.
Okay, good evening to all your viewers. First of all, I would request my friend from BJP not to make accusations or allegations without substantial evidence. 8 years of BJP government in Delhi, and do we see any legal action being taken against Mr. Bhatt? Or is it only meant for PR and publicity and media trials? So my first limited query is that we had a booklet called Jijaji being released during 2014 pre-election campaign. And given the fact that we have seen the follow-ups over the past 8 years, and given the lack of evidence, and given the fact of whatever has happened over the past 8 years, I would really request my co-panelists from BJP not to make unsubstantiated charges. Okay. Second point, you're talking about why we're discussing Bharat Jodo Yatra, or whether the central messaging from Bharat Jodo Yatra, a yatra that is supposed to fight three forms of inequality: economic inequality, social inequality because of growing communal polarization, and political over-centralization or political inequality. The central message from Bharat Jodo Yatra has also reached each and every single household of Gujarat. Gujarat is not living in isolation. It is very much part of Bharat that we are trying to unite through this Bharat Jodo Yatra. And I'm very proud that my leader Rahul Gandhi ji is walking all the way from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. It has a far bigger objective, a far bigger socio-political objective, and not only a political objective, to unite India against the fight.
Are you saying, sorry to interrupt you, are you saying Bharat Jodo was prioritized over Gujarat campaign for the longest time? And it is deliberate. Only now you see Rahul Gandhi on ground. All this while, that has taken precedence. No, if that's a clear strategy, so be it. I was just asking you whether that was deliberate.
Yeah. So when you have asked something very specific, let me give you a very specific answer to it.
Sure.
Bharat Jodo Yatra is not about Himachal Pradesh or Gujarat Assembly election. As I stated very clearly, it comes with a far bigger socio-political narrative where we are fighting against this amazing rate of inflation and amazing rate of unemployment that we see in today's India, and this growing social and communal polarization. So the fight is against these three forms of inequality. The fight is to unite the people of India, to talk about how we can address the aspiration of today's Indian youth, how we can get the conversation back to conversation of unemployment, back to the conversation of price rise. And that is exactly what we are trying to do.
And you were hoping that that will lend itself to the Gujarat campaign as well, if that is what you're suggesting.
I had said that Gujarat is not an isolated part.
Okay, I got that.
The from Bharat Jodo Yatra has reached Gujarat. However, in Gujarat, and give me 10 seconds more, we have come up with a very specific manifesto, be it about 10 lakh new jobs, be it about subsidized LPG cylinder at 500 rupees per cylinder, be it about 300 units of free electricity, be it about contractual government jobs being converted into permanent jobs, be it about giving living allowance to unemployed youth, or about education system, about opening of 3,000 new English government schools. We have come up with a very specific Gujarat-specific manifesto after speaking to lakhs of Gujarati in a consultative manner.
While you say that, Mita Chakrabarti, it's not lost on anyone right now that you do not have a leader with heft. I mean, it's the Gujarat model versus Delhi model. At least the other two parties have a model which they are selling aggressively right now. And all the promises that you are saying is somewhere at this stage a bit vague when it comes to the concrete plan and the strategies that the other two parties are coming with. I'll come back to you. Let me allow the others to speak as well. Shubh Malhotra, since you support the AAP, or you think they are better off the lot in the current scenario. What exactly, is Arvind Kejriwal's plan of action from here on? If you look at Aam Aadmi Party's challenges, it's quite uphill. Is the idea simply then to dent and just to flex your muscles and, make a point only by denting the BJP to a certain extent, and you are reconciled to the fact that this is not a state for you to win?
No, I think the way I see it, it's not just going to be a small dent or a big dent, but I think it is going to be an complete overcoming of the electorate. And the way I see it, BJP sits with a very heavy anti-incumbency, and which is also visible in the events of the recent past, whereby I don't know, I've even lost count how many CMs they've changed in the past 1 year. They've not, they've denied tickets to, I think, approximately 40 MLAs and probably 5 ministers. Today I heard that out of these people, 7 are those who have now been removed from the party as well, because they were trying to fight independent. The CM, deputy CM have been denied tickets, and it's very difficult to recover for BJP from, the Latha incident and the Morbi incidents. So, and at the same time, Aam Aadmi Party is entering with a very precise, very proven agenda, that has helped them take Delhi not just once, twice, but thrice in 2015, 2020 with overwhelming majority, and then again in Punjab. So they are again going over here with the Delhi model, which is, the 300 units of electricity, free 10 lakh government jobs for the youth. There is going to be a
Are you expecting, Shubh Malhotra? What is the kind of score? Because you're coming from zero. That's why I'm asking you. What is the kind of target you have
I would like
as an analyst?
They maybe it was true that about 3 months back they were coming from zero, but till about November 4th, independent surveys have shown that they had captured around 20% vote share. From nothing to 20% in a matter of 2 months is huge. And in election, there is something called trending and a snowball effect, which is what I expect to see towards the beginning of December. And I think might translate into a big majority for them.
There are local elections, where the Aam Aadmi Party has shown green shoots, no denying the fact that the party has managed to come up as a formidable force. Ajay Umar, as a neutral observer, you heard the 3 spokesperson. What is the game really going to be like in Gujarat this time around? Is it really a 3-cornered contest, or somewhere down the line it is, end of the day, after all, a bipolar contest? The third one is actually not so much in the game. How do you look at the current scenario?
In 90% constituency, it would be a bipolar contest. Only in a limited areas like, in Surat city, where, Aam Aadmi has started their political account in last year municipal corporation elections. There are 7 seats, assembly seats, like, Karanj, Kamrej, Katargam, Varacha, Surat East, Surat North, and Olpad. There are 7 seats where, Aam Aadmi Party is in direct contest with Bharatiya Janata Party, and couple of seats in Saurashtra and 1 in North Gujarat. So barring this 10 or 12 seats, I don't think that there is any direct contest between Aam Aadmi Party and Bharatiya Janata Party. The major challenger to Bharatiya Janata Party is Congress and Congress only. And Amit Bhai Shah and Prime Minister is attacking on Rahul Gandhi, Congress Party, their politics. They are simply ignoring Kejriwal as persona non grata. And
Interesting.
They all know,
yes.
And they all know that, Aam Aadmi Party would become a disruptive force. BJP is more worried about their own candidates, who has filed as independent candidates and, turned out rebellion. So there are around 18 constituency where, BJP is worried about their own rebellion rather than, Congress Party and Aam Aadmi Party. And they are doing a lot of damage control. Last evening, after Prime Minister has addressed 4 public rally, he went to the BJP headquarters, discussed things, reviewed everything, and after that meeting, 7 ex-MLAs were suspended from Bharatiya Janata Party, and message was loud and clear that those who will not toe the line of party, they'll be out of party. But having said this, BJP's vote share would improve because there would be polarization between Aam Aadmi Party and Congress Party. So Aam Aadmi Party would become a disruptive force both for BJP and Congress, but it would damage Congress more in rural area and BJP in urban area. But in the final analysis, BJP is a hardcore urban party. In last election also, in 4 cities only, Ahmedabad, Baroda, Surat and Rajkot, out of 55, they had won 44 seats. So imagine, BJP stronghold is their urban pockets, and in rural also they are.
Now, a very important point you made, Ajay Umar, I'm going to just underline it. The fact that you've busted a perception is AAP versus BJP contest in most constituencies. You're saying it's still BJP and versus Congress, evident from the fact how Prime Minister Modi is consistently targeting Rahul Gandhi, and you're all saying Arvind Kejriwal is being, treated like a persona non grata. But the fact remains that for the BJP, there's a lot at stake. They wouldn't like to see even a minor decline, not in a state like Gujarat. And therefore, this contest is going to be very interesting. I thank you all for joining us here. It's a limited duration discussion. Thanks very much for joining us. Well, that's it for now. News and updates continue on the other side. Stay with us. My colleague Shreya Dhondial joins you with the Urban Debate.